Beginning Satsang session on 8th May 1979.
I had a letter asking for an answer. He writes that so many saints, so many people observe their birthdays. Long after they are dead and gone also, they observe centenaries, anniversaries. Is it just a way of showing respect or remembering them? Or has it any spiritual meaning? Sri Aurobindo said that all days are alike in the spiritual hierarchy. In that case, why special importance to one day? And then he says, in the same category comes, a lot of people go once a year to places of pilgrimage and they feel that they have done what they should do. Now there are persons who don't go out, they do their sadhana where they are. Though the other persons gain what the later persons lose. I thought this is a question. The fact is, there are cycles in life, many cycles. A yearly cycle of years, 12 years, 14 years, 7 years. Cycle, each annual cycle, monthly cycle, daily cycle. Century is a cycle of years. Now, when the cycle, the whole thing moves, not exactly in a cycle, but that movement is cyclical, looks cyclical. Though, as Sri Aurobindo says, it is spherical, spiral, but it comes back, it appears to come back to the same point. Now, when you, that moment of birth, that is the virgin point, virgin moment, when the whole choice is presented to you once again. When you are born, the whole life of possibilities are there. Now, on the birthday, that virgin moment comes again. So, if you make a resolution to do a particular thing on that date, you get an added sanction to achieve it. And you truly can start a new life on that day. It should be possible to start whenever we want. But if you want additional help, a birthday. Similarly, the grace of God-men, saints, on those days, it is specially active. It may be normally active every day. But on those days, the days on which it started manifesting in physical embodiment, again that moment arrives and there is a great pressure. So there is a greater charge on those days. Regarding pilgrimages, I said, it depends upon what are the places. There are holy places, temples, ashrams, tirthas, where the divine presence is still active. And there, when you go, you get like an injection. But there are places, majority of the places, the divine presence has departed. One, due to the passage of time, and second, due to two factors. The crowding of gross desires of people who go there and leave their desires. Second, the commercialization by the priests the pandas, everybody, it drives away the sanctity. And what happens? When the divine presence recedes, some vital beings, lower spirits, they take possession. They give you what they want, what you want, up to a certain extent. Create faith, make you attached to them, but keep you there. So to those places if you go, spiritually, it does not mean anything. But if you go to a place where the vibrations are still active, you benefit. So it depends upon the nature of the places. There are some, where we go out of convention, force of habit, and you are always glad when you are out of it. Rameshwaram is there, Kashi is there. The whole thing has been so much vulgarized that the sanctity is not there. That way, in our country, there are some smaller kshetras where much attention has not been drawn and there are not big crowds. There they is still active. There is a line in Savitri where Sri Aurobindo describes a small temple in a forest on a rock, and Sri Aurobindo says, where God has fled from the worship of a profane crowd.
There is one system going near around 18 years before. My Kaviganta Naga Safran was there for 48 days.
It is near Vellore, no?
Near Vellore around
Padivedu? Padivedu, yes. Still, they say it is still very powerful. Yes, many have said they have gone, and it is very powerful.
But now it is commercialized. And then it is
I wondered several times about that advertisement in the World Union Journal.
Soham.
Yes.
See,
there's
many.
No explanation, and I don't know.
You see, many have objected to that advertisement appearing there. You understand? But that man claims that his advertisement should be there because one of his objects of his mission is world unity. And he is from East Africa. So many of his disciples and are in our world union movement. He has his own yoga, breathing, asanas, and he says through that you can get to that consciousness. Well, he is not exploiting people. There was objection. Why you should? I said, why not? Why not?
I never felt that way. I thought more what is the meaning of it, the whole page.
No, the idea of an advertisement is to provoke your interest, stimulate your interest, and then you write to them, asking details. Then you will get a big brochure, free of charge. You see what he is doing and all that. But somebody told me that till there was the tragedy in Johnston in America, 800 people or number of people committed suicide.
Yeah.
They all, till then, in tube stations in London, underground, there were a lot of huge placards, posters of Hare Krishna movement, this Soham man and others. But after that, there has been such a revulsion of these cults and things that all those things have disappeared in London.
Prince of Bharat in 1920.
Yes.
And how even there another meaning? had the pre-birth
Yes.
made in his dreams. Are these things possible for a commoner?
At times, they may be revealed to a common man, or the common man may just get a glimpse of them. You understand? It is not by training that he gets the vision, but just he is lucky. His subtle senses happen to be open at that moment, or that gets reflected in him. So there are common people who have got such things. They all show that these things are not meant to be exclusive prerogatives of saints and swamis, but one day they will become normal faculties in the world. So it is towards that stage that the world is moving. 1 million years ago, the monkeys could never have imagined that man will ride an aeroplane, jet plane, and have these computers and all that. Similarly, there are many things which you can't imagine, but we have got glimpses. Yes. Most of the science fiction has certain elements of truth. They don't imagine and write. They get a vision, and as they develop it, more truths come. But they are colored by the cultural environment in which they live. I was talking to you that day of that Bindu Maharshi. My feeling is, some truth is there, but he has not caught the whole truth. He must have caught a partial truth, and the technique and things he has. And our committee has no more work or something like that. Have you heard anything?
No, I never go that side.
No, but generally you stay in.
I stay in Bangalore.
He himself has said these miracles may go. I don't have any claim on them. Naturally they have come. So in that Sivaratri day, he used to get that
Shivalingam. This time
and 2 years back he
stopped.
said, yes, I will want to get that from next year onwards. And last year also he didn't get it.
But now.
And these miracles also, they are subsiding.
But Vibhuti is coming, isn't it?
Vibhuti is a small.
Vibhuti is come, honey comes.
Honey comes. In his photo, some people pray at home. Honey falls
Drops.
like that.
Yes, that happens, I think, still.
But in one of his biographies, written by some other devotee, they say Ramana presented himself in the form of Satyasai. Satyasai and Ramana are one and the same, and that's why from Swamiji, from Ramanashram, went there and permanently
No, it's
that
not.
day I gave it up.
It's not true. It's not true.
And I asked the Ramanashram people to.
Question.
If in Satyasai Baba's life, his birthday is I think 23rd.
Yes, that is a question which has often been asked to me. They themselves wrote to me.
Yes.
Because 23rd or he was 23rd or 24th he was born, or 25th.
Yes, 23rd.
And Sri Aurobindo realized this thing.
And these people say that what Sri Aurobindo brought down is the Satyasai Baba.
The connection between Sri Aurobindo's 1926 Siddhi Day and Satya Sai Baba's manifestation, I wrote to them unequivocally that there is nothing to do. This is quite different, and it is not.
I was also born in 1926.
26. Same day?
So not same day, June.
I planned on that day he will be another Baba.
Of course, it had its spiritual some kind of enlightenment.
Sir, because 23rd November of the birthday of Satyasai Sai Baba, they claim.
They claim something they wrote to me.
Your question, please, sir. Elucidate your question. So that
He has grasped me.
I am not able to follow. With your question.
It is in Satyasai Baba's life. His birthday is 23rd
No.
or 26th November. Aurobindo's Siddhi date is 24th. So these people say that what Sri Aurobindo brought down is Satya Sai Baba. He was born one day before and Sri Aurobindo declared later, 24th. The same consciousness is Satya Sai Baba.
No, now his devotees claim
Yes, it is
that Satya Sai Baba's coming down, being born, Sri Aurobindo was a beneficiary. You see, he was born, and one of the side results was Sri Aurobindo Siddhi here, because he came on earth.
not the other few.
Not the other way. That's what. But it has nothing to do with it. What is that? This is quite different.
One more question. At the time of mother's withdrawal, we gave one message. That is, it was like this. The present physical existence ceases, but her work continues in a radiant embodiment of which I have had an unmistakable perception. These are your words. For 96 years, she has been a beacon of light and hope for humanity, laid the foundation of new life for man, lit the flame of God in man.
Yes, that's what I wrote.
And the sea of love that the mother is swells into emotion.
Yes.
These two ideas, please elucidate. Those embodiment of which I have had an unmistakable perception. And also that last sentence, the sea of love that the mother is swells into emotion. Of course, the meaning is plain. Still,
The physical limitations being broken, she became accessible to anyone, not necessarily her disciples or devotees only. She was no longer or no more the mother of Sri Aurobindo Ashram. She revealed herself all over the world, and since then we have been getting so many reports how people have only to think of her and they feel her help. You see, that is, her love encompassed the entire earth. Formerly it was concentrated. It was concentrated in her here. After the body was shed, it went like that. That is the thing. And I said unmistakable embodiment of what?
Physically, but embodiment of unmistakable perception.
It's my experience. I just put it perception, I didn't put experience, because to the public it may not look nice. Perception, I put it.
Now we hear some stories. Some mother is incarnating such a body.
You can all safely dismiss them as fiction. Mother does not need to incarnate through anyone or anywhere. She has prepared and is preparing enough instruments through whom she can function.
In a way, they are all incarnations of
And when she wants to incarnate, she will incarnate only in a supramental body.
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Is Sri Aurobindo also is going to manifest in a sacramental body?
Yes, this is what he has said. Even when mother was there, when after his leaving the body, on the 6th or 7th day, some day, I think 2 days after he passed, when mother asked him that you come back, I will resuscitate your this thing. You come back. She had that occult power. He said no. I will come in the first supramental body to manifest. Mother also will not come till the earth conditions are ready to support a supramental body. At the moment, the earth vibrations cannot support a supramental body. Supramental vibrations, supramental force, all can act. But for a supramental body to live here, the earth is not ready. So it will take a long time, because before a supramental body comes, the intermediate body, the Superman has to be established. See, this is not a joke, where you can put a calendar date and say, Sri Aurobindo will come out of the Samadhi, and people did that. And people write speculative articles. These things, the whole cosmos, the universe is involved. And these things just don't take place like that. Sri Aurobindo wrote that if it does not happen when mother is living in her physical body, the thing will have to be pushed at least 1,000 years. He has written plainly. Mother said, why do you feel like that? What is 1,000 years for nature? You see, because you live in this small consciousness, you think of so many years. But she said, you just withdraw, get into the consciousness of the eternal. What is 1,000 years? True. When you live in that eternity, what is 1,000 years?
In this connection, sir, Tirumula is saying, he reported to have lived 3,000 years. And every year when he opened his eyes from tapas, he recited one poem that is recorded. It is called Tirumula's Muvai. That is 3,000 poems.
Yes, yes, I know. That is fast or this is slow, Shraddhalu?
This is correct.
This is correct. That is too fast.
At the same context, you see also, the mother is preparing the body. At any moment, if that body is ready, she may get into that.
Even when she was here, her subtle being was preparing on those levels the luminous body. But she said privately that how to fuse that luminous body with this physical body, that secret has not been given to me yet. It is still secret. That she said in April, when she was still conversing with few people. And it could not be actualized here, that body. She had hoped, in the absence of any definite instructions from above, that this whole laborious process of transformation cell by cell could be bypassed by fusing that luminous body with this earthly body. You understand? That luminous body will subsume the earthly body. But she could not get the know-how. So when she left the physical body, she walked into that body, which was ready. So she is still there in that body. But it can't manifest here on earth. Earth conditions not being ready.
How far can we link it with Nandana, Turunjana Sambandha and Thiruvalluvar, others who mingled with the light and became one with the light?
There have been instances of number of saints who have mingled with the light. But here, the thing is to bring that here on earth. They disappeared in the light. But here the aim is not to disappear, but to be here and make that appear here. So as far as merging in the light is concerned, it is true what you said.
I was told that human weight should be reduced first to become one with the light. They become more or less lightweight temples. Slowly.
Possible. The gravity, force of gravity is transcendent. And it is possible. But in our Siddha science,
Animal.
yes.
Characteristics of the Sadhana Mari also the same.
Mm.
Like this,
What are the factors and conditions develops which have to change as far as you can see?
what are the conditions to change?
Yes, for the manifestation of the new God.
First, she said that ego, which makes each individual hug to his limits, that must go.
On the larger scale.
Yes. Then only you will be freer. Desire, which ties you down to lower nature and bars your way to higher nature, that has to go. Third, the area of consciousness, the area of which you are aware, in each person there must be a continuous attempt to enlarge it. But main thing is sense of division, sense of separativity based upon ego and desire. That has to go. But if you see a man 1,000 years ago and now, there is practically no change.
Now we are more certain, more
Yes. At that time, at least people took seriously their responsibilities to the society. You see, and they were not so egoistic and selfish at that time. I think because the time has come and it has to go, it is become more.
How is the consciousness enlarged?
Consciousness is enlarged. You see, normally, from morning to evening, we think, we plan, we work with ourselves in the center. I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to sleep, I need money, all that, they must work for me, my clothes must be washed, I must have food. So everything relating to me. For me, I am the universe. I am the center. Everybody must serve me. So I never think of the needs of others, of the welfare of others, of the necessities of food and things of others. So we must start becoming less selfish, becoming less self-centered. Correct? You understand that? Become less self-centered in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your actions. Then gradually you will feel nearer other people around you. You will understand the thoughts of other people without their telling you. You will feel the pain of other people. You will feel happy when others are joyous. And your world will be bigger. Not just this little world, where Shraddhalu is the most important person. Larger. So the first step is to remove self-centeredness. Second, to feel that God is everywhere. The divine is everywhere. One consciousness, one God everywhere. One force. We are all small things. That idea must go. When you do that, automatically the mind gets enlarged, the heart gets enlarged. And what is called, in English they say, you shift the center of reference. That is, everything you say, how does it affect me? How does it, what will happen to me? Afterwards, you will begin to see what will happen to them. How will it, do they have enough? That way, you shift the center of reference from this ego, which is on the surface, to your soul, which is one with the souls of others. So you have to enlarge your mind, not supposing you read only books which are taught in the school, classroom, nothing else. Your knowledge will be narrow. But you are reading so many books, whatever comes here you are reading. So you know more than any other boy of your age. Your mind is bigger because you are allowing more knowledge to pour into you. You are not confining yourself to just what the teacher tells you in the school, classroom. I say for you, general knowledge is more important than classroom knowledge. That is the way. You see, you have to keep open. Wherever knowledge is there, ideas are there. The world is large. This world is not everything. You yourself know there are so many galaxies, so many worlds are there, so many planes are there. Sri Aurobindo says in Savitri, this earth, this small little green plot of yours, this is earth, small little thing, this is, when you see that. So this immensity, the universe, life is so immense that you are respect. But Sri Aurobindo says, this is an illusion of quantity. Simply because there are huge things, don't think that for God they are more important than you. He says, for God, a soul is more important than the whole universe. And he says, the energy nature spends in making an ant live is as much as in building a stellar universe. God is equal. So whatever it does, it may be a small thing, it may be a big thing. For us, the size appeals, but for God, it is equality. So he says, man shall not think he is insignificant because he is small. There is something in him which makes him very precious. So you must have both the ideas. This little world is not everything. Also, that I also have an importance. And my importance lies in this, that there is a speck, a ray of consciousness of God in me. That makes you important. That makes you more important for God's manifestation than the whole Himalayas. So that way you have to think and make that knowledge, influence your life in everything. You lose, you play a game, you lose the game. If you allow that to make you unhappy, you are small. But if you say it is a game, mother used to say, I never play to win. I play to learn the technique, the skill of the game. So you don't care whether you lose or win, but you are trying to get the skill in the game. That is where you enlarge your consciousness. But if you want to win points, you are small, narrowing yourself. So food, play, everywhere. You must have what is called a sense of proportion. It is important in its place. But that's not everything. That's not everything. We must have good food, tasty food, delicious food, when it is possible. But if it is not there, if we get angry and sit, no, we are wasting ourselves. Whatever is there, we take. So this approach to life, this habit, attitude, is what enlarges your consciousness. First thing is, if you want to enlarge, you must not be attached to anything, even to your mother. Understand? You must not be attached to anything. It is not easy. Attachment will not go in one day or 1 year. It takes a long time. But unless attachment goes, you can't expand yourself.
Nothing in the world is single. Everything by right divine.
Yes, yes.